We are live. Hey, y'all. Hey, hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the second night of our Summer Restore Her Enlightenment Summit. I'm Cheryl Lacey Donovan, the founder and CEO of the Restore Her Movement, among other things. And we are so glad that you have decided to join us here on tonight, on this evening. We have been blessed by the people that have come through. We had a summit in March, and we declared that we were going to do this once a quarter because Restore Her Movement is all about healing, enlightenment, and renewal. And the 7 principles of Restore Her are restore her identity, restore her spirit and soul, restore her purpose and passion, restore her health, restore her relationships, restore her wealth. And, we just really want each and every person that connects with us through the Restore Her movement to look at all those different areas of their lives and receive everything that God has for them so that they can manifest what God intends for them to do in such a time as this. So we are glad to host this second summit of the year. I have with me tonight my sister from another mister, Tajiri Brackens. Man, listen, let me tell you something. This sister is awesome, awesome, awesome. She does a talk called the 3 C's of Successful Businesses. So I felt like there was nobody that would have been better to come and talk to you tonight about Restore Her Wealth. Tajiri, thank you for joining us tonight.
Most welcome, most welcome. It truly is an honor, and I was truly, truly blessed when you said, "Come unto me." Let us go into this Restore Her storehouse so that we can bless those that need to be blessed. So thank you for thinking about me, so that I can pour into your viewers' lives and just enrich them with the little snippets that I have, and what I call Tajiri's Nuggets.
Amen, amen, amen. So without any further ado, I'm going to get out of your way and let you do what you do. Everybody, this is Tajiri Brackens talking about Restore Her Wealth.
Well, hello, everybody. Greetings. First, let me tell you a little bit about me and why I think my resume speaks for itself as to why I'm able to come to you and talk to you about wealth. One, I have been an entrepreneur, playing on that with the Restore Her. I have been an entrepreneur for the past 30 years. I have had my own, and it's been a beautiful ride, a beautiful experience. There's nothing like having your own, having that freedom, that flexibility, and that financial stability. If you've worked in corporate America, you know what it's like to be trapped inside a box. I call the paycheck the box. That determines where you live, what you eat, what you drive, everything about your life. They determine it because they put a figure, which they call your salary, on what they think the job is worth. Let that sit in for a minute. They put a figure, which is what they call your salary, on what that job is worth. Now let's just be real about it. When you go to work, you do far more than what that figure or that salary is actually coming to you. So we're just going to put a plug in that right there. You can put that in the pipe, smoke it, marinate on that for a minute, and let that be some of the foundation as to what I'm going to talk to you about as far as wealth building. Another thing that makes me credible, that builds my stripes, where I have my stripes, because I have been where my grass has been high, I've been where my grass has been low, and I've been in those places in between. And I have learned through not only necessity, but also through the gifts and what God has given to me, how to restore myself and how to build from nothing and grow forward. No, I'm not where I'd like to be, but I am where God is showing me that I need to be. And he's continuing to grow that in such a way that has been absolutely amazing. Because as I'll talk about later, too much is given, much is expected. So now I've told you a little bit about me. Let's dive into this. I hope you have your pen, your paper, because baby, I got notes. I'm here to tell you, I got notes. And I'm going to come give it to you quick. I'm going to give it to you hard. Here's another page of my notes as well. But I'm going to give it, as I said, I'm going to give it to you quick. I'm going to give it to you hard, but it's going to be impactful. And you're going to be able to get what it is that you need from this particular segment of the Restore Her Summit, in which we're talking about wealth. So first, I want to dispel something that a lot of people consider as far as wealth, or that's affiliated with wealth. And they think that sometimes, and not everybody, please, I'm talking in general, but a lot of people think that wealth is bad. Wealth is bad. And it's truly, truly not. A lot of times there's also, it's synonymous with rich. Those are two different things. Rich and wealth, those are two totally different things. I'm going to break down to you exactly what that means. You know what, let me back up. Before I even talk about that definition, let's dispel some of the myths about money. Because after all, that is what this is about. This is about money. So depending on how you were raised, what your background is, what are some of the, and this is a rhetorical question, just something for you to think about. What are some of the things that you think about as far as money is concerned? Is money a bad thing? Did you grow up in a household where money was always short, where you were always, or your parents were always robbing Peter to pay Paul? Or did you have enough of it and you just didn't know for sure what to do with it? I mean, there's just so many gamuts as to money. Do you have a myth about what money looks like, and that it anybody that you have known that has had money, that they weren't good people, that their heart wasn't right, their heart wasn't pure? Whatever those myths are that you may excuse me, you guys, my allergies are kind of having their way with me, as well as this air quality. So it's just not the best for my asthma. So just, if you work with me, I'm gonna give you everything that I've got. But what are those, some of those myths that you have had about money? Is it that it's a good thing? Is it that it's a bad thing? Does it give you anxiety? I mean, there are a lot of things affiliated with money that that are emotionally tied. We have a lot of emotions that are parallel with what money is and what it can do and what it has not done. Again, look at your background and where you come from. That's a rhetorical question. I don't need the answers, but it's something to help you think about, so that you can get a good understanding, a good foundation as to where we're going to go throughout this conversation. So as I was beginning to say, there's a difference between wealth and between rich. Wealth, I found a definition here. To make it plain, to make it simple, because I'm gonna make this to where the goats can get it. I'm gonna put it at its lowest common denominator, so that it's very clear, very concise, and so that you have exactly what you need. So when I was doing a little bit of research, what I found is one of the main differences between a rich person and a wealthy person is that wealth is substantial, and that it goes on for a lifetime. So we're talking about legacy. We're talking about legacy. Wealth, to me, is synonymous with legacy. So let's think about your Hilton family. Let's think about your gosh, I'm drawing a blank on Rockefeller. Rockefeller. That's what I was trying to think of. You think about your Rockefellers, your Hilton families, even your Fords, and just those big corporations, and how they started with meager means, and they grew and they grew and they grew, and they have generations upon generations upon generations of wealth and things that are able to be passed on. So to me, that's how I see wealth. I see it as a legacy, and what it is that I'm able to leave for, whether it be for children, or whether it be for philanthropy, or what I've left as far as impacting someone else and their legacy and helping them grow. So that's how I see wealth, as to what it is that you can actually leave for someone that's not necessarily monetary. Let's just be real about it. Wealth is not always monetary. Sometimes it can be a business that's left for someone. You know, you can just think of different things that aren't necessarily monetary that are left. It can be simply your name. I mean, think about how many names, if people will name drop, let's just say it that way. So if somebody drops a name of XYZ, you'd be like, oh, okay, I know that. Then that's going to open up doors for you into certain situations and certain arenas. So wealth is not necessarily money, but it does have to do with legacy. So think about that as far as building your wealth and building your legacy. And then it also is affiliated with multiple streams of income. It's multiple streams of income. Les Brown says it's a poor rat that gets his cheese out of only one hole. And I really believe that this coronavirus situation has shown us that it is imperative that we have more than one stream of income. It's been necessary before, but I think this pandemic has truly shown us that it is necessary to have more than one stream of income. So think about how many people that that either have been laid off, have been furloughed, or that have flat out lost their jobs because of this pandemic. And if that was their only stream of income, think about how devastated they are and how different their life is, or how it could be different if they had some other source of income. Using me for an example, I'm a firm believer in seven streams. I'm a firm believer in seven streams. So let's talk about some of the ones that I have. And I'm just going to mention three off the top of my head, but there are others that I have. One, I am a Mary Kay consultant. That's what I have been doing for the past 30 years. So needless to say, I've built something that I can fall back on when I need to. And it's been pretty good. I've been able to maintain a lifestyle, and sister hadn't missed a meal. Haven't missed a meal yet. So Mary Kay has been able to hold me over even those times when a full-time job was not available. So that's one stream of income for me. Another stream of income for me is my books. I am Amazon's best-selling author 2 times, and actually working on another project now that's going to be in the United Methodist Church. Wonderful platform to be able to share the gospel and to share some things as far as church and what they did not tell you. Excuse me. As far as church and some of the things that they did not tell you as far as going into the ministry. And I will be speaking from a PK perspective. And for those of you that do not know, PK is a preacher's kid. So that's one source, the second source of income as far as being a writer. And then the third source of income is by being a speaker, an international speaker, having wonderful opportunities to share with people in so many different arenas as far as summits or whatever the case may be. So I was truly blessed when Cheryl reached out to me and asked me to talk to you guys here on the Restore Her Summit. So those are just three ways and three of my sources of income that I have coming in. So I've got, if I count up all of the others, I'm probably sitting at about 7. I'm not saying how great I am, but I've made sure that I have multiple streams of income, because you never know when something can fall short and you have to pull on one of those other sources of income. So now that we've got a good foundation as far as what wealth, riches, and legacy looks like, excuse me, I am so sorry. Another thing about wealthy people is they know how to make money. They know how to make money, whereas rich people only have money. Wealthy people know how to make money. Rich people only have money. So what does it look like as far as knowing how to make money? What are your gifts? What are you good at? What do you know how to do that you can do in your sleep that everybody, what do you know how to do in your sleep that you can just 3 o'clock in the morning, somebody call you and say, I need you to do X, Y, Z, and you can pop up, do it in a matter of 5 or 10 minutes, whereas somebody like me, it may take me 2 hours, 3 hours, 3 days, 3 months. What is it that you are good at? What are your gifts? What are you passionate about that you would do if nobody paid you for it? So think about that as far as what it is that you know how to do. And if you can't quite figure that out and you're not able to pinpoint exactly what that is, then let me rephrase it this way. What is it that people come to you for all the time? Because they know that you're good at what it is that you do. What do people come to you for? Because you're good at what you do. And you can just, again, spit it off, do it without even thinking about trying to do it. That may be something that you will consider as far as one of your streams of income, so that you can begin to build wealth, because that's the knowledge. That's what you know how to do. And the best thing, oh my God, Holy Spirit just tweeted down to me. Intellectual property. What do you know how to do? Nobody can take that from you. Nobody can take that from you. What do you know how to do. So that's going to be one of the variables for you being able to build your wealth. And one of my little nuggets that I always say, and I think I've shared this with Cheryl as well. Oh my gosh, money is up there with oxygen. You got to have it. It ain't everything, but you got to have money. You got to have money. And biblically, it talks about it throughout the Bible. Money is not an evil thing. You've got to have it. You've got to have it. So I'm going to give you an acronym here for wealth. So I hope you still have that pen and paper ready. You ready? You ready? So what I want you to do is write the letters for wealth going vertically down. WEALTH. WEALTH. So just write that going down on your paper. Here we go. Here we go. Hold on to your seatbelts because we are about to take off. W is worthy. Word says that you are worthy to have it. You can have anything on this earth that your heart desires. And it also comes to me as far as wisdom. I talked about knowledge just a moment ago. Wisdom. We have to be wise with what it is that we're doing, not only with our time, with our talents, but also our treasures. So wisdom is going to come along with that. That's a part of wealth. E, elevate. Excuse me, elevation. And I also have in there expectation. Elevation and expectation. Now, when I talk about expectation, we're going to do this word first. I don't mean as far as an instant gratification type of expectation, or an expectation just because you do something for somebody else, they need to do something for you in return. No, I'm speaking of a spiritual expectation. Word says, as long as you acknowledge him first, he will give you the desires of his heart, of your heart. So we can expect and stand on that word. That's solid. That's solid. That's solid. Acknowledge him first, and he'll give you the desires of your heart. So that's how I mean expectation there. And as far as elevation is concerned, it's going to put you on a whole nother level. Think about those people that are wealthy. They are able to do things and go places and have accesses to different circles and what have you, as opposed to somebody that may have a good living and have a good source of income, but they don't have that access. So that's elevation, kind of like when you get your college degree. Think of someone that has a bachelor's degree versus someone that has a GED. Once you have a bachelor's degree, that opens up so many more doors for you as opposed to just simply having a GED. So that's the E part, elevation and expectation. A, access. This all ties into, kind of goes back to the elevation. You have access. You are given access because of the resources that you have. And people may call on you as far as what it is that you're able to do because let's say, I don't know, something needs to, okay, thank you, Holy Spirit. So let's say there's a charity that's going on, a fundraiser or something that's going on. Well, you wouldn't ask someone that is, and I'm not downing it, please don't take it this way at all, but I'm just giving you illustrations so that it can make it plain and make it very, very clear. So you wouldn't ask someone that is working, let's say at a McDonald's or at a Chick-fil-A or something like that, that would simply, be a server. You wouldn't ask them to be able to write $100,000 check for this charity. They would be limited in what it is that they have access to and being able to give that to you. Whereas if you talk to the owners of that McDonald's or the owners of that Chick-fil-A, that's another platform. That's that elevation that I was talking about. You're able to, they would be in a better position of where they could write a check for $100,000 for a donation for your particular charity. So with more, you're able to do more. Again, money is not, it's up there with oxygen. You got to have it. And it's the love of money that is evil, not money itself. So we're able to do is so much. We can give so much, and ain't nothing worse than a broke Christian. I don't know where that came from. He must be talking about something. Somebody needed to hear that. Ain't nothing worse than a broke Christian. You can't give, you can't tithe, you can't do some of those things that we are commanded to do, as well as what we want to do, what's in our heart. We can't be as benevolent if we don't have the funds to be able to do that. So that's your A. A is access. L, learn. You've got, remember earlier I talked about knowledge. Knowledge. You've got to be willing to learn. And that's whether it's learning from mentors, excuse me, mentors, coaches. You want to learn from those that already have what it is that you want at the place that you want to be. They can tell you how to get there because they are already there. They've already mapped out how to get there. They have the roadmap. They know the bumps. They know the curves that's coming, and some things for you to be able to look out for as you are building or as you are growing. And they're going to shorten the learning curve for you because of the things that they have learned. And then also learning your crafts and your gifts. I talked earlier about what are you passionate about? What is it that you could do at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning if somebody asked you how to do it, or your opinion, your expertise on it. And you may not think that it's anything, but it must be something if somebody keeps coming to you and asking you the same type of thing. It may not be from the same person, but that same recurring theme keeps coming up. So think about that as far as learning how to tweak it, and then also how to monetize it. And then T for in wealth is, I have actually 3 here: time, talents, and tithe. To much is given, much is expected. So you can't be in a good place where you are financially secure and not be able to give back, the parable, Lord, Holy Spirit is talking to me. Y'all see him working, and you see how it's happening with me. The parable about the people that had 3 talents. One buried the talents, whereas the other 2, they invested the talents, and they made the talents grow for the king. So as you can see, being able to grow, being able to give, being able to multiply, which goes back into multiple streams of income. You see, this is all cyclical. It works together. So being able to manifest that and make it grow. And then the T for time, you're going to have to invest in it. You got to invest the time to grow it. You got to invest the time to grow it. So whether that's time with your mentor, time with your coach, time into learning how to perfect it, you got to invest some time. So time is going to look a little different in different ways, depending on how it is that you are allocating that time. But you see the different examples as far as what I'm talking about with time. And again, with talents, know what it is that you're good at. Know what it is that you're passionate about. It. Your gifts will make room for you, and you will grow from what it is that you know how to do. And then finally, H, helping others and humble yourself. So let's talk about those 2 things. Helping others, again, to much is given, much is expected. You can't be a help me, Holy Spirit. You can't be a reservoir. You can't hold on to, you can't hoard. Oh, that's another H. You can't hoard your gifts and expect to get something in return. It's just horrible. It's horrible, horrible. So you've got to be able to give. You've got to be able to help others. And even in the mix of that, which leads me to the H and humbling yourself, do it with a humble spirit. Don't do it with a spirit of manipulation. Do not do it with a spirit of, I'm doing this for you, so what you gonna do for me? Y'all know those people. Am I the only one? Am I the only one? Nah, I don't think so. But you've got to humble yourself and just just do it for his glory, because he'll give you back tenfold what it is that you put out and what it is that you give. So just give, just be humble with yourself, and just give, help others. You know about all of the philanthropy and the philanthropists that are out there. You got your Warren Buffett. I mean, oh my God, look at Warren Buffett. He gives, but he's able to give and give and give because he has. You get a broke Christian can't give. I don't know what his religious platform, spiritual platform is, but you got to have something to be able to give it. What's that old song? Nothing from nothing leaves nothing. And y'all, I'm gonna give y'all a funny story that kind of puts this into perspective. There's always panhandlers everywhere that you go. Unfortunately, we can't escape that. That is a reality of the times that we live in. And just so happens to be one of those times when my grass was low. Remember, I told you my grass gets high and my grass has been low, and I've been in places in between. So this particular situation, my grass was low. Baby, trying to figure out how it is I'm going to be able to get a 2-piece special from Popeyes. I didn't know where it was coming from, but I knew it was going to come. That's how low my grass was at the time. So I'm driving. I don't remember where it was that I was going, but I was going somewhere, and I was at a light. There was a panhandler that had asked me, had a sign. And you know how they ask, do you have a quarter? Do you have a dime? Do you have something that you can contribute? And I kept saying, no, I didn't have anything. Now, mind you, I was looking all flawless and everything, but baby didn't have a dime in my pocket to be able to do anything with. And he kept asking, do you have anything? You have anything? And in my wittiness, excuse me, I said, baby, I can't give what I ain't got. And he stood there. He thought about it. He said, you got a point. And he moved right along to the next vehicle. So, I mean, I hate that I wasn't able to give, but it just proves the point. You can't give what you ain't got. You can't give what you ain't got. So let's go out and let's build this wealth. Let's build these multiple streams of income. Let's do what we have been commanded to do. We are our brother's keeper. We are our sister's keeper. And especially in such times as this, we have been created and we have been designed for that. So that's all I got for y'all. I hope y'all got it. I hope you had all your notes on that. Wow. If you want to be able to reach out to me, you can find me on Facebook. Tajiri Brackens, that's Tajiri, last name Brackens, Brackens, and you'll want to look for the picture of me in the red top that has diversity and inclusion specialist. So that's how you can reach out to me. You can inbox me. I'm pretty good and pretty responsive as far as responding back to inboxes that come. So you guys have any further questions, you want to connect later, let's connect. I will pour into you and give you everything that I possibly can. Whatever it is that's in my heart, whatever he's asked me and told me to share with you personally, I will be sure to do that. But I can't do it if you don't reach out and ask for help.
Listen, we put all of everything that you said into the comment section. So if they don't get it, they don't want to get it. I'm just saying.
Boom.
Hey, Lisa Hayes said, Abba Yah, breathe on our wealth and bless us to be a blessing. In Jesus' mighty name, amen. Amen.
Yes. Come on, sis.
Fresh air. Thank you so much. I pray God's blessings on you and everything that you do. I pray that everything that your hands touch, that it will be blessed everywhere that your feet go, that you will claim that territory in the name of Jesus to the glory of God. And I just pray that you will continue to be able to bless the people of God with everything that God has poured on the inside of you. Thank you, thank you, thank you for being with us here tonight.
Most welcome. And I so look forward again to connecting with anybody that needs the help or whatever little wisdoms that I can give them based on my journey. And not that my journey is perfect, but I got my walk and I've learned some things.
Hey, I hear you. I hear you. Listen, we're in Houston, so as soon as all this other stuff is over, we need to get together, ma'am. We're going to do that.
Absolutely.
We're going to do that.
Please.
We have been here with Tajiri Brackens tonight. This is the second day of the Restore Her Summer Enlightenment Summit. We are glad that you have been joining us each evening. Tomorrow, join us for Chastity Sonia. She is going to come to us and talk about restoring her purpose and restoring her passion. So we're looking forward to her bringing whatever she has to offer on tomorrow night. Visit our website, www.restorehermovement.org. And you can always visit my site as well, www.cherylspeaks.org. We look forward to seeing you in the place. And remember, as always, that God can do exceedingly and abundantly more than you could ever ask or think, according to the power that works in you. Be blessed.